Alright guys, today we are in the saddle, as you can see, and we're just going to kind of run over how we like to set up the tree, solo filming, kind of how we like to have the camera arm set up, and you know, everything between. I have hung this lower, the saddle, just so it's easier to film, not having to get way up in the tree. But so once you get everything hung up here, first thing I normally do is just take the bag off and set it right here. It's not going to go anywhere. And on these outside, running the Everly Stock X2, so on the outside here, I'm going to have a spike. If you are on public land, a throw down rope you can throw around here and just clip it on with a carabiner, but I like my bag to hang right in here. I've already pre-drilled some holes, so what I do is take a spike here and just drill it in roughly waist deep, and that's where my bag's going to go. So once I do that, just throw this bag on there. That's going to hang there. If you don't get it perfect, you can throw it up that way, and if you want it a little higher. So that stays nice and tight to the tree. You can also use it as a knee pad, which is what I like to do. And you know, you're not having to carry around a knee pad and all that good jazz. Next thing is probably going to be your other stake, which sometimes I'll have a much longer bow, like a bow arm, or yeah, bow spike. That's going to be a little bit longer, but simplicity stake, just have this. I pre-drilled a hole, but Lord knows where that is, so we'll just drill another, I guess. I like to hang this one a little bit higher, just so it is out of the way, and just that'll be where the bow is. You want to hand me that one? Good. So that's where I'll just hang this bow and leave it there. Sometimes if there's other trees or something, I'll hang that quiver off, but let that truck go by. A lot of times I just leave it on there. It's just one less thing I have to worry about. So we have that up. Next thing I'm gonna do is set up my big camera arm, and this is just so if a deer does start coming in, I'll be able to you know, have it all filmed and set up. So in this pack, it has a lot of room, and I just kind of layer it how I'm going to take it out. So the first thing you're going to do is have this mount. This camera arm is the Muddy Hunter Pro or something like that. It's the more expensive arm Muddy makes, and it's done me great. The only thing is it's bulky and it's heavy, but it holds the arm great, and it's not ever going to go anywhere. So if you're worried about that, you know, that's great. But like I said, it is very, very, very heavy, and it's extremely bulky. But I just toss it on that hook normally and then throw this around. Oh, that's not good. That's what happens when you leave them rolled up all the time. So, like I said, hang that there. And then I'm just going to toss this around the tree. So we're able to go all the way around the tree. And then, so I guess I should have went over this a second ago. I want my bow on my left-hand side. That is my strong side, so I can just grab it and then come off to shoot. So my bow, if I can, I'm gonna put it on that left-hand side. Like I said, it's my strong side, and that's, you know, where I want my shots to happen. But if my camera arm, I'm gonna put right here on this other side, which is another car. So I'm putting this camera on this side. It's what I consider my weak side, and this is where I do not want my shots to happen. If it does, we can make it work, but it's just, I would prefer them not to happen here. So what I do is put it on this, like I said, what I consider my weak side. This arm's great because it does have all your axes to level out. So I'm gonna get this close, and fluid head wise is just some Amazon head, but it's very, very small, which is what I wanted. I wanted something that was small but still very fluid when I'm filming myself. So that arm's just gonna go there. There's a bubble up top here, and this just allows me to level that out if need be. This arm has a lot of reach, so if it needs to go over further, we can. But one thing I do like, and the reason I put it here, is this is my release hand and my shooter hand's over here, so I can grab this bow, come off, and just come over to film. And it's all right here, real close to me, so if I need to move it all the time, I can. This is where I'm going to put my main camera, so my Sony A7 III and probably the Tamron 32 to 150 is what's going to go there. That's just kind of my do-all lens. It's going to go right here. If I'm running by myself, the next mount that I have, oh, wrong pocket, is going to be this painted arrow mount for my second angle. So currently I'm set up. I'll be ready to go to shoot. If a deer starts coming in, we're all good. I'm ready to shoot, like I said. So that's the reason I set up, pull the bow up first, and set this up. So if it does happen, we're all good. But, you know, I do prefer it to have a second angle too. So this is the painted arrow mount. And what we're going to do here is just undo this, and it's just going to go around the tree. I like it to be kind of right here in front of me and easy to get to in case it does happen pretty quick. So you're going to throw this around here. This does suck in the morning, by the way. Yeah, all right, there we go. So I'm just gonna hang this a little bit higher. Normally, it's just gonna clip in here. They make this super easy, which is what I like. It's pretty quick. The strap just pulls together, and it's just gonna go something like that. You can level that out if you need to. And like I said, that's gonna be where my second angle goes. So also, they make this, painted arrow also makes this little arm that's just gonna clip onto that mount. So you just toss this on there. And then I will get this set up kind of pretty close to where I want, which is just gonna be somewhere in here. And I have a GoPro with as my second angle. So that GoPro has that magnetic mount that's on the end of the painted arrow mount. So you're just going to toss it up, and that is pretty much the setup for everything. And your GoPro will be right here for your second angle. So it's just a quick turn on if you need to film yourself. And normally I clear that SD card, let it run for as long as it needs to, so you don't have to worry about it. It's got like a 250 gig SD card in it, so I just click it and let it run because you don't want to have to worry about it running over storage. So yeah, that's pretty much all the setup. Like I said, that's what we pretty much use for if I'm self-filming and getting up in a tree. Jackson's got a very similar setup. So yeah, like I said, you want most of your shots to happen right here or right in here, so you can shoot as being a left-handed or right-handed shooter. If you're going left-handed, you want it all over here, so you flip-flop everything I just did. But if you do need to shoot here, we can. There's multiple ways. Step through the rope, however you need to do that. But camera on here, you just keep going under, and that'll allow you to film all this. So yeah, that's pretty much the setup. If there's anything y'all do differently or anything, any suggestions, let us know. Yeah, if there's anything y'all do differently, you know, let us know, or any suggestions. We're open to it, but there is a couple different things that we do if we're on public land without these spikes, because a lot of times you can't drill them in there. So outside of that, this is going to be, you know, most of your setups. If you can drill the spike in any private or public that does let you do it. So yeah, there's anything else y'all want to see or got questions about, be sure to comment below. And until next time, keep seeking.